Welcome back to Shabest online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to evaluate this limit on the board. And the given limit, we have limit of as n approaches 7, root of n plus 2 minus 3 divided by n minus 7. If you look at this function, it's indeterminate as n is approaching 7 because when we plug in 7 here, 7 plus 2 is 9. And 9 is a perfect square. When we take the square root of 9, is going to be 3. Then 3 minus 3 is going to be 0. Then divided by, when we plug in 7 here, 7 minus 7 is 0. 0 divided by 0 is undefined. This is what we call indeterminate function. So when we have indeterminate function, the next thing we are going to do is to simplify the function first. And to simplify this, what do you see here? We have square root of. When you see a square root in a function, what you recall is SOD. And SOD, what we are going to do is to multiply this function by the conjugate of the numerator because the SOD is in the numerator. And what do we mean by conjugate? For instance, when we have square root of x minus b, for instance, the conjugate is what is going to be square root of x plus b. It's just the operation. Positive will just change to plus. Then we still rewrite the same term. So this is what we mean by conjugate. So we are going to multiply this function by what? Conjugate divided by conjugate, so that we have 1. So when you use that one to multiply the function, we are still going to get the same thing back because division of the same thing is going to give us 1. So limit as n approaches 7, we have square root of n plus 2 minus 3, then divided by n minus 7. Now we're going to use bracket multiplication to multiply it by the conjugate, both the numerator and the denominator. So the conjugate is going to be root of n plus 2. Then this negative is going to change to positive 3, then divided by multiply also by conjugate, which is called root of n plus 2, then plus 3. Our focus here is to cancel this n minus 7. Because if you n minus 7, 7 minus 7 is going to give us 0. So what are we going to do is to leave this denominator as it is, then we simplify the numerator. So this is going to be what? Limit as n approaches 7. This is 2 bracket, we are going to expand. So root of n plus 2 multiplied by root of n plus 2. What do you notice here? When you are multiplying the same root of the same term, for instance, root of a, then multiply by root of a. This is the same thing. This is going to give you a, because this implies root of a raised to the power of 2. So when you do this, square is going to cancel out the square root to remain a. So when you are multiplying root of a term multiplied by root of the same term, is going to be that term. So therefore, root of n plus 2 multiplied by root of n plus 2, the square root is going to cancel it to remain n plus 2. Then root of n plus 2 multiplied by 3 is going to give us 3 root n plus 2. Then negative 3 multiplied by root of n plus 2 is going to give us negative 3 root of n plus 2. Then negative 3 multiplied by positive 9, positive 3 is going to give us negative 9. Then everything all over n minus 7, then multiply by square root of n plus 2, then plus 3. So the next thing we're going to do, as you can see in the middle here, plus 3 root n plus 2, negative 3 plus root n plus 2. So this is going to cancel this because this is the same thing, and positive and negative. So we are left with what? N plus 2 minus 9. So limit as n approaches 7 now will be n, then plus 2 minus 9 is going to give us minus 7. Then everything all over n minus 7, then multiply by what? Root of n plus 2, then plus 3. So what do you notice here? N minus 7, n minus 7. So this is going to divide this to cancel. We are left with the limit as n approaches 7. Then in the numerator we have 1 over square root of n plus 2, then plus 3. Now we're going to replace 7 anywhere we see n. So this is going to be what? Limit as n approaches 7, 1 divided by, we have root of, in place of n here, we just replace 7 plus 2, then plus 3. So this is going to be equal to 1 all over 7 plus 2 is going to give us 9, and 9 is a perfect square. Square root of 9 is 3, then 3 plus 3 is going to give us 6. So therefore, this limit goes to 1 over 6. Thank you for watching, and please follow and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks.